Three friends, Parker O'Neill, Dan Walker, and Joe Lynch, go on a ski trip to a mountain resort. Parker is Dan's girlfriend, and Joe is Dan's longtime best friend. At first, Joe is annoyed, feeling that Parker is interfering with their time together. But eventually, he agrees to join them on the slopes. Wanting to get one last run without buying a full day pass, they bribe the lift operator to let them go up one more time before the resort closes. Unfortunately, the operator they bribed is soon replaced by someone else who doesn't know there are still people left on the chairlift. While the three are on their way up, the lift suddenly stops, and the lights begin to go out. At first, they think it's just a brief stop, but time passes, and there's no sign that the lift will move again. It turns out the resort staff believes all guests have gone home, and they shut down the resort for the next 5 days, as it only opens on weekends. The three are now trapped more than 50 feet in the air, in freezing weather, in the middle of the night. There's no cell signal, and no one knows they're up there. As time goes on, panic sets in. Snow falls heavily, the temperature drops, and they have very little gear to survive. Joe tries to lighten the mood with jokes and optimism, but Parker begins to freeze, literally. Her fingers go numb, her cheeks become frostbitten, and she's in terrible pain. The group realizes they could die up there if they don't act. The next day, Dan decides to jump from the chairlift to get help, but when he lands, his legs break badly. Before he can move, a pack of wolves emerges from the woods and starts to surround him. Joe and Parker watch helplessly from above, as Dan is attacked and eaten alive by the wolves. Devastated, Joe knows he has to do something. He attempts to climb along the lift cable toward the nearest tower. His hands are badly cut, but he manages to reach the tower and descend using the emergency ladder. Unfortunately, the wolves are still nearby. Joe is eventually attacked as well and doesn't return. Now Parker is the only one left. She is in terrible shape. Her face is frozen, her hands barely move, and one of her hands is stuck to the metal bar of the chair due to frostbite. Barely conscious and in pain, Parker finally jumps from the chair, lands hard, and rolls through the snow. Limping through the snow-covered slopes, she pushes forward despite her injuries. Eventually, a snowplow driver sees Parker and rescues her. The film ends with Parker lying in the vehicle, wounded, traumatized, but still alive. Conclusion. Frozen 2010 is not an animated film, but a psychological thriller that explores fear and the human instinct to survive in extreme conditions. Set almost entirely on a chairlift, the film masterfully builds tension, evokes the biting cold, and captures the horror of slowly dying while isolated and helpless.